So this is the idea I had for making these speaker boxes. It's the first time making custom speaker boxes, and there's a whole lot of videos out there, we all know, and they're all really similar in the sense that kind of you'll cut the shape out, maybe glass out the back, and then build up. These are for particularly flat. They're going on a door, and they're going to essentially fit on the surface. No big deal. The original one I started with had a bunch of different angles, and anyway, what I ended up doing was something parallel. I've got a 6.5 and a 5.5 speaker going together, but what everybody talks about is pretty much everyone is just take these dowels and hot glue them in, which is what I did the first time. And maybe my dowels are too small, but I also had everything on different angles. So unless I cut the dowel right at that angle, it's not going to be fitting flat on the surface. So it's just the hot glue that's holding it. And what happened is the hot glue didn't hold it. And when I started putting the fleece on to glass it, what happened is this all just collapsed. So what I started doing with this one is just wood gluing it on, but then I found a much, much better way. And of course this isn't going to work for everybody's application, but if you do have something, you have a flat back you're working with this is just 1/4 inch MDF. I specifically went with 1/4 inch because I was like, if I need 1/2 inch, I'll glue 2 pieces together. What I did, these are 1/4 inch dowels. What I did eventually is I took, I've got my pattern here. These 2 speakers are going to be on one plane, but what I really wanted is it's going to mount, this is a passenger side, basically this line is horizontal, and I wanted the speakers to not go straight out. I wanted them to have a slight up incline, because essentially technically what you want, if you got the door speaker on the passenger side, you want it pointing at the driver, and the driver side speaker technically pointing at the passenger. So you get that kind of crossover and you're in the middle of it. When this one collapsed, when I was starting to fleece it, I was like, oh, I'm just going to make it square. But then I realized what I did is, so 1/4 inch dowels, I took this pattern, I drilled very small, like 1/16 holes in it. I laid it on the backing. I drilled 1/16 holes in here where I wanted my dowels to be, which now I'm realizing I'm going to need a lot less than I thought I was going to need. I was overcompensating when I thought that it was going to collapse and I needed to make it stronger. 1/16 holes in here, put it down. I taped it to the face. I taped it down in the face here so it would stay in place. Then I went over to the other side and I had those 1/16 holes on here. I kept this taped on there, and what I did is I went to my drill press with a 1/4 inch drill on this side and drilled 3/16 probably. Essentially you want to go through the bottom but not through the top. You just kind of want to leave a little bump in there where the dowel, the 1/4 inch dowel can fit. Then I cut the dowels roughly the size that I needed here, pressed them through from the back, and then pressed, this is just pressed in. This isn't even glue. As an added bonus, once you're doing this, MDF is it gives. So what I'm able to do is create an angle. So if I want to angle these, and I can adjust that individually around here, and this is going to hold. I'm still going to put wood glue on it, but that will hold, and it is not going to move. Once you get the angles you want, you're going to want it flat in the back. So I'll just go back over this with a pole saw or something and cut these bits off. But this is going to work perfect, and I am excited about figuring that out. So hopefully that helps somebody.